Okay. So we're in late August right now. Smash Ultimate is going to be out and in our Switches in under 4 months. We have a handful of characters already announced. It seems like this is the Smash game where dreams are coming true, right? We have Ridley, King K. Rool, Cloud was a dream back in Wii U, and he's still here. Snake is back. All kinds of crazy shit. This video is mainly for me to express how badly I want Banjo Kazooie in Smash Brothers, because the hype is getting too real to me. I've lost my mind. I'm over the edge, and I just need to talk about why I want him, why people want him, and then also talk about any information that has come in over the past year that sort of gets people hyped at the thought that maybe this might be the time Banjo is actually in Smash Brothers. And then also, there's some new observations that have been made over the past 2 weeks since the Smash Ultimate Direct that is getting people a little more certain that this is actually it. He's in the game. I swear to God. So I mean, it's nothing new for people who want Banjo-Kazooie in Smash. This has been a thing for probably since before Melee, I would say, or something that has been speculated and talked about as a possibility since Melee. I guess to sort of summarize why, Banjo-Kazooie is one of those games or series of games on the N64 that a lot of people look back very fondly at, myself included. It's part of that, golden age of rare platformers. A lot of people look back on those games with a lot of fondness. The games still play very well today, haven't aged poorly at all. Platforming is awesome, the music's goddamn incredible. The game also just turned 20, and the variety in the moves you get sort of lend Banjo very easily to the context of Smash Brothers. You can easily find movesets for him if you choose to implement him into a Smash game. He's one of the more iconic characters of the Nintendo 64, that era of games. And if this really is, the ultimate Smash game, Smash Brothers, where you're gonna use the tag "everyone is here," a good amount of people would include Banjo and Kazooie in that bucket of everybody notable that Nintendo has ever been associated with. So I mean, the foundation is there to get him into the game. It's just a matter of whether or not the demand was up there, the right eyes have been on the commotion, and whether or not Nintendo decides to actually just say fuck it and put him in the game. Obviously, the fans have been very vocal about having Banjo-Kazooie in Smash. We don't know the official results of that Smash ballot from years ago. We do know that ballot did influence a lot of characters that are currently in this game, in Ultimate. It was part of the reason why King K. Rool is in the game, and probably Ridley as well, because Sakurai did say before that Ridley wouldn't make sense, he's too big, but now here he is. There have been a lot of polls on third-party websites that have shown that Banjo and Kazooie are pretty much one of the most popular characters that has yet to have been confirmed for Smash, not only in the West but also in Japan. So it's one of those characters that resonates worldwide, and a lot of people really want this character in the game. So that's a plus. Another thing this is kind of old news at this point, but Microsoft seems pretty chill with having Banjo and Kazooie in the game, and what I mean by that is it's essentially everyone knows those 2 tweets from Phil Spencer, in which a fan asks him, "Hey, are you guys cool with Banjo-Kazooie being in Smash 4?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure, why not? Make him DLC." And this was back in Smash 4, so this is something that he sort of gave the thumbs up for back then. And here we are while Smash 4 is about to die, and instead of Banjo we got Bayonetta, which whatever, cool. But also that doesn't really, I'm not saying this tweet from Phil Spencer necessarily gives Nintendo the okay to use him. That doesn't necessarily mean all they need to do is call Nintendo, or Nintendo needs to call Rare and be like, "Hey, can we use Banjo?" and then it's done. There could be other red tape involved in getting a Banjo and Kazooie in the game, because there's a lot of horse shit that may come up when you try to license a character or something like that to a different company. I'm not saying Nintendo can't get it done. They've done it with Cloud, done it with a bunch of third parties. but you never know what kind of red tape could pop up with another company. Another thing important to note is that a while ago, I believe this was an interview for Brawl, in which Sakurai was asked, what about Banjo and Kazooie being in Smash? And he said something along the lines of getting a character, a rare character. He used, this is the wording he used, including a character from Rare in Smash would be difficult. For various financial, legal reasons, whatever. Here we are 10 years later, right before Smash Ultimate comes out, and King K. Rool's in the game, from a game developed by Rare, Donkey Kong Country. Star Fox Adventures, which was a Rare developed game. Crystal's assist trophy in Smash Ultimate takes from her Star Fox Adventures design. So this wording from Sakurai years ago about getting a character from a Rare game would be difficult, may not be so difficult in 2018. These legal and financial reasons may not be as big a deal anymore, and the working relationship may be there with Nintendo, Microsoft, and Rare that sort of allows something like this to easily take place, or take place today when it couldn't 10 years ago for some reason. Another thing that people like to point out is the recent, tomfoolery, if you will, between Nintendo and Microsoft on Twitter. Tweeting back and forth about Fortnite/Minecraft crossplay. Because on those games that I don't play, admittedly, you can play with people on a Switch, with an Xbox One, with a PC, with a phone, whatever. So they've been really, their social media interns have been buddying up and sort of tweeting at each other. Whether or not this probably doesn't mean shit, but it's probably mostly just like jabs at Sony. But just the fact that they're there, those tweets are out there, sort of, gets people's hopes up that the working relationship is there. Let's talk about some leaks and how, leaks that may or may not be involving Banjo-Kazooie related stuff. There's not too much on this. The Vergibin leak, or if that's how you pronounce it, I couldn't tell you. Basically one of the more popular leaks out there for Smash Ultimate right now, that guessed a lot of what we currently have, but also may have gotten a few things wrong. Is basically the leak suggests that we're going to be getting Minecraft content in Smash Ultimate in some way, shape, or form, and it could be a character who I couldn't tell you. I don't know who. Is it Minecraft Steve? Whatever. It could be a stage, whatever. Like, this doesn't necessarily mean anything in terms of Banjo and Kazooie, but the fact that Sakurai and his team are looking at Minecraft, while in the Nintendo Switch version of Minecraft, there are some skin DLC packs or skin packs that you can download. And within one of those packs, there's a skin for a bunch of Banjo-Kazooie characters. I think like Gruntilda, Banjo, Goggles, and a few others. I'm not entirely sure, this is a very loose association, you know what I'm saying? Like, this might not mean anything, this might not mean shit, but, it's enough sort of, it implies that Nintendo has their eyes on the Banjo-Kazooie property, you know what I'm saying? Another thing to mention is that this same skin pack, I believe, also has Master Chief in it, which is a little weird, so this may end up meaning nothing, but it's something that's definitely, I feel like I should mention. Another thing to mention is that in the recent Smash Ultimate Direct, people started getting into this groove of looking behind Sakurai at the background and sort of pointing out, like, if the themes or props in the background may hint towards a new character that we may be getting. People saw, like, the barrel and the ladder in the back of the E3 Direct, the E3 stuff, sort of hinting towards King K. Rool or a Donkey Kong character. In the background of the more recent one, people saw hintings of Isaac, and it's either Isaac or Banjo-Kazooie on a magazine on his shelf. Like, the colors vaguely look like a bear in blue jean shorts. And Kazooie is like an orange blob on top of him. And also on that same shelf, there is a Mumbo token, or a skull-shaped thing on the shelf that people are assuming is supposed to resemble a Mumbo token. If all this shelf shit is true, then sweet, we probably have most of the newcomers already confirmed, because people are think Skull Kid's a lock at this point because of what they're seeing with the chair colors and shit. And if all this ends up being true, then we may get Banjo as well. These final two observations are kind of new things that I've been hearing from various places like Reddit, Game FAQs, people in my stream chat, whatever. These may not have much substance to them, but they sort of get you thinking as to maybe there is something going on here. And there has been sort of some instances where this thinking ended up being true for a character that was confirmed. So the first is regarding some of the characters we've been getting in Smash Ultimate so far. So King K. Rool, Chrom, and a few, and I think like maybe the Inklings too. All originated as, they were Mii costumes in Smash for Wii U. King K. Rool and Chrom from the same pack of DLC costumes. And within the DLC, the Mii costumes for Smash for Wii U and 3DS, there happens to be a Honey Bear, I believe it's called, Mii Gunner costume. And it just is literally a bear. Not Banjo by any means, but if you have the male Mii wear it, he has a blue tie on that vaguely is the same color as Banjo's blue backpack. And if you have a female wear that Mii costume, there's a red ribbon or bow that resembles the color of Kazooie's feathers. So this is very much a shot, you know what I'm saying? Like, this may not be true at all, but this may not mean anything, but I guess the important thing to take away is that characters that were Mii costumes previously, like people are expecting Geno because of how he was a Mii costume and for other reasons, but a vague bear with colors that look like Banjo and Kazooie. I'm not saying those are meant to be Banjo and Kazooie, but they may have been meant to be Banjo and Kazooie. The last point, and this one I feel like is a little more interesting. So this one's relating to the alternate colors of existing characters in Smash Ultimate. So when the E3 demo rolled around, and people were using Samus and like mining info, whatever, the alternate colors for Samus did not include Dark Samus. They had a dark Samus. They had a dark-ish Samus with a different like color palette, but not the Dark Samus skin. That was not in the E3 demo. So when people saw that, the wheels started turning. They're like, "Oh shit, Dark Samus is gonna be in this game. Echo Fighters, baby, it's time." So on that note, we ended up getting Dark Samus. So maybe there might be some merit in this kind of an observation. The Duck Hunt dog character. In Smash Ultimate, he wasn't in the demo, so we don't know all of his colors, but from the existing colors we do know, based off of any sort of gameplay you see on the internet, and also all the pictures and videos on the Smash Bros. Ultimate website, every alternate color you see of Duck Hunt is present from Smash for Wii U, except for two. We haven't seen two. One of them is a color scheme that very closely resembles Banjo and Kazooie. It's just like a dark dog. The dog is like a dark black fur or brown fur, and Kazooie, the duck is just like a red fur deal going on. So it looks kind of like Banjo and Kazooie. You know what I'm saying? So why would a color scheme like that not be shown to us yet? This one assumes that Sakurai's team are on top of their shit and they know to hide things like this. Because if we were to see that a color for Banjo and Kazooie that resemble Banjo Kazooie would be missing from Duck Hunt Dog, if there was another costume in its place, then we'd be making assumptions up the ass right now. Fact of the matter is that we don't know those remaining Duck Hunt colors. So it may still be in the game, and we may, just not know what we're talking about, But for now, until we know all the characters in the game, until we know all the Duck Hunt costumes, it's basis to sort of contribute coal to the hype train. Yeah, so that's all I got. Once again, we're within 4 months of Smash Ultimate, so we'll know the final decision on whether or not Banjo and Kazooie is in this game very soon. If he ends up being in the game, I'm gonna pop off beyond comprehension, and if he's not in the game, that's gonna suck. But regardless, I'm looking forward to the game. It's gonna be great. Do you think Banjo has a chance? I sure do, but I'm hopelessly hyped right now. So you know, feel free to shoot me down if you disagree. If you feel like there's no shot. If you feel like Banjo's been dead since Nuts and Bolts, feel free to just let it out. But for real, stop fucking around. Just put Banjo in the game. Thanks.